Welcome back to ACES Scouring Sands. We are currently playing Mission 5, Not One Step More. We selected this one from like a story point, and we decided we want to be helpful and support the locals. So this seemed like the storytelling idea. We selected reconnaissance to bolster defenses and have deployed 2 medium turrets to help defend this city. As you can see, there are waypoints on all the buildings, so we're going to find out what those all mean, and there's a waypoint that is set on turn 2. Our objectives: primary objective, defend the city. Prevent the buildings from being damaged. If 5 or fewer buildings have revealed waypoints at the end of the sortie, you accomplish this objective. Secondary objective, make them pay. Destroy or immobilize at least 4 enemy units. Sortie end. After 10 turns, or when one side has no more units in play. You can see we have set up basically our bruisers all here to do combat. The Jade Falcons are going to be rolling a dice when they activate, and they're going to be moving in from the edge depending on what they roll. So it's going to be 1, 2 over here, 3, 4 in the middle, and then 5, 6 all the way on that side. Our deployment, we have our Loki, we have our Shadowcat, we have our commander, Redline, on the Star Adder. We have on the Warhammer, Barfly. On the Timberwolf, we have Gravehammer. And on the Jade Hawk is Freddy. Okay, first turn initiative. We're going to be the blue dice, and the Jade Falcons are going to be the green dice. We are going to win 6-3.
First unit's going to be the Thunderbolt 2C, and let's see where it's coming in from. 5. So it's going to be coming in from the Falcons' right flank. By looking at our options here, Thunderbolt's going to take a balanced approach because there's no moved enemies within 24 inches of the edge of the board. And we're looking at moving towards the, is it the Loki, I believe?
Yes.
So we're going to move our 8 inches forward here. We're going to have some cover from the plateau bluff thing, and we're looking at the Loki at quite a distance.
The rifleman's going to step onto the board at point.
Same one.
Same one.
Rifleman.
Okay, so the rifleman, our sniper card 3, 4, 5, he's going for the cautious, and he's going to be targeting the closest enemy, which is that Loki Mark II again. He is going to be ground moving and trying to maintain distance 24, which will be easy across the table. Occupy woods, which he cannot, and then cover versus the most amount of opponents. He's going to move right here with line of sight only to that Loki, and it's going to get a TTM of 1.
Our first activation on our side, we're going to activate the Warhammer. The Mech Warrior is Barfly, and we're thinking we're just going to move it forward as far as it can go. That's its full 8-inch movement. Gets its TMM of 1, and it's right at the edge here of that bridge, kind of centered. We're going to turn it, though, like that, I think. So this is going to be fun to try and keep up, John. How do we want to do that?
Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah, okay, that works. it's at an angle there, the Leaning Tower of Warhammer. Summoner's moving next. Let's see where it's entering in on. Ooh, left flank here, John. Summoner, we got card 664. We're taking a cautious approach. So it's requiring us to actually use ground movement instead of the jump here. So we're going to move the full allotment over here from our entry point. So we're staying in cover. We still have the Warhammer in line of sight. We're just going to have to see how this works. We're outside the distance it wants to be, but getting as close as we can.
Okay, we're going to activate the Loki Mark II. He's going to jump. He's jump strong, so he gets an additional TTM. He's going to jump right over to here for TTM 3.
Back to the Jade Falcons. Next one to move is the Marauder 2C. This is our jump strong skirmisher.
6.
We're heavy on the right side flank here, John.
Okay, the Marauder 2C with a card 694 skirmisher is going to be going the balance route because the ideal red is activated right there. It is going to be jumping. It's going to try to occupy woods, which it cannot. It wants to maintain cover against the most enemies, avoiding water, and have a line of sight to at least one enemy. So it's going to move here. It is jump strong, so its TTM is 3.
After some deliberation, John and I have decided we're going to move the Shadow Hawk. We have the option to jump and ground move. And frankly, ground move's just going to move it a little bit further. So we're going to go the full foot, 12 inches. We're going to land right here, right next to the Loki, TMM of 2. We've got a little bit of cover, but John, there's a lot of heavy mechs coming down this angle.
Yes, there is. Fulcrum Tank's going to activate now. It's going to come in directly in the center of the table.
So our Fulcrum, card number 738 on the Hover Strikers, it's going to take a balanced approach because the ideal blue piece here is going to be the Shadow Hawk. And we're going to take all 20 inches worth of movement. And well, almost all, it's 19. And because hover tanks can go over water, it's going to end right about here.
We're going to activate red line in the Star Adder now. He's going to move his 10 inches over here to try to draw some line of sight on this side of the board. TTM of 2. The yellow Fulcrum Tank is going to come in. Okay, the yellow Fulcrum Tank is going to be deploying on the 6. It's using the Striker Hover card 958. It's going to be using balance because the Loki Mark II has been activated. It's going to try to ground into line of sight of it and avoid line of sight from as many enemies and stay away from 12 of any unit that has not activated. It's just going to fly onto the board, come over here and hide behind this rock a little bit for a TTM of 4. Okay, we're going to now activate Freddy in the Jade Hawk, and he is going to take his 10-inch movement and move directly behind the Blood Asp for a TTM of 2. This is where the holler is going to come in on.
Of course. Everything on the right flank. Card number 978. The howler is going to be moving in from the right flank like we showed you here. It's moving for the ideal blue, which once again, that's going to be the Loki. So taking that balanced approach, it's looking to keep line of sight only to that. There's no woods nearby. And when we're looking at cover versus the most number of enemies and being in the least number of enemies firing attack range, we're moving straight through these mechs, hiding along the side of that plateau. TMM of 3. All right, we're moving the Timberwolf. Timberwolf's going to go around the side of that building as fast as it can. And John, I'll let you move it just because you're on the other side of the board. But we're clustering up over here. We've got a clean shot over here to, that's Summoner. Let's see what we can do here, John. I don't know, but we're clustered up in 2 groups here.
Okay, attack phase. The Jade Falcons lost initiative, and they're going to all shoot first. Starting with the Thunderbolt, targeting the emplacement. This one doesn't really need to be rolled. It's going to be using 2 overheat, and going to have 6 total damage dice, and it needs a 1. So surprise, surprise, 6 points of damage. Because it hits structure, it does a weapon hit, reducing its damage now down to 0. So we'll get 1 turn of firing with it.
All right, second shot, John, what do we got?
We have the Rifleman, targeting the same emplacement because his card wants to shoot the same thing an ally did. It's going to be using 1 overheat. It's going to auto hit with 5 damage, destroying the emplacement. Next, we have the Marauder, targeting the Warhammer that's just crossing the bridge. It needs 8s on 5 dice.
5 sets of dice, medium range shot, looking for 8s. Maybe it's a good thing I'm rolling over here. Miss, 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 miss. 1 hit.
Woo! The Warhammer shrugs that off. Next, we have the Thor, shooting across at the Timberwolf. It also needs 8s, and it also has 5 dice.
Ooh, John, not as good. That's a hit. That's a hit. Miss, miss, miss. 2 hits on the Timberwolf.
It has plenty of armor for that. Next, we have the Normal Fulcrum, and it's going to be targeting the Loki Mark II. It needs 8s on 2 dice.
All right. Less than 8s. 7s.
Woo! Beautiful. Now the other Fulcrum is going to be targeting the Shadowhawk.
All right. What are we looking for here? Still
It needs 7s and on 2 dice.
Let's see what they do. John, we got 1 hit.
1 hit on the Shadowhawk. So far, so good. All armor. Okay, so now the Baboon is going to go, and it needs to target whoever has the least amount of armor between the Loki and the Shadowhawk. Because of that last hit, it now wants to target the Shadowhawk, needing 8s on 2 dice.
That's a 6 and a 10, so 1 hit, John.
Okay, that is all the shooting for the Jade Falcons.
All right, here we go with shooting on our side against the Jade Falcons. We've got not as easy of a job as they did. So we're going to start out with the Star Adder. We're firing on the Summoner here. We're looking for 9s. We are going to add overheat, right? Or no, you have heat on this.
No, I have heat on this shot. So the red dice are going to be the heat shot.
Okay.
Looking for 9s on 6 dice. I think we're going to hit it for 1.
Do we want to use an edge point? We got an 8.
I say we use an edge point, and that's also the heat dice. So we're going to spend an edge point out. I have 4, so I might as well do it.
Yeah.
To increase this 1 by 1. And that's also going to be the heat dice. So we're going to do 3 damage to it. And now we have to figure out where that gets hit, because he's holding power armor. So I'm going to roll both 1 dice from all those clusters.
Red one does too.
Red one does 2 if it hits it. So we're looking for 5s and 6s to hit the power armor. Or it hits the mech.
Yeah.
We'll find out. So 3 points of damage to the power armor.
And then 1 to the mech. Next shot, we're firing the Jade Hawk against the summoner. Again, looking for 9s. We've got 5 sets of dice here to try and get a hit.
Okay, here we go. Come on, 9s. We also have edge if we needed to spend on this one as well. I think we're going to be spending one.
I see an 8. It's a lot of 7s.
A lot of 7s. So I say we spend one.
Let's spend it. 2 points.
2 points, and then we'll figure out where that is going. Could we finish off the elements? Or are we going to start punching through to the mech itself? Nope, 2 points against the mech itself.
Next shot, we're going Timberwolf. 7 sets of dice. Again, looking for 9s on the summoner.
Okay, so 7 attack dice. We're looking for 9s still. We have 3 hits and an 8. Ken, this is your commander.
You use the edge. Let's get
Use
the
the
4
edge?
hits. 4 hits, yeah.
Ken's pilot, he makes the call. 4 total hits. Now we're going to roll these one at a time to see if it takes out the elemental or if we do damage to the mech. Shot 1. Mech. Shot 2. Mech. Shot 3. Elemental.
Elemental's destroyed.
And then the last one goes to the mech.
All right, next up we've got both emplacements. We're going to be firing again at the summoner. So we're looking for 8s because we've got stationary units, 1 shot each.
Okay, so we're going to shoot first with these closer to the death ball that we've created emplacement, and it needs an 8. 6.
Nope.
Now we're going to shoot with the other emplacement, the one that has already exploded,
Yes.
needing an 8. That's going to be a hit.
That does it. And that cracks the armor.
Cracks the armor, and we get a roll for a critical. It is going to be a 9. A 9 is no critical. How unfortunate for us. So now the Warhammer sees that Marauder peeking around, and it's going to hit it with 4 dice, needing, again, 9. We need to get into closer range.
We really do.
0.
Well, we got an 8, and we can use an edge point.
Do we want to?
How many do we have? On
That guy
map?
has 3.
Let's burn one and get it, at least scratch it.
Okay, it is scratched.
Next shot, we've got the Loki now, firing at the Thunderbolt. That's the commander of the Jade Falcon forces. So we've got 3 sets of dice, and we've got looking for 10s. 2 sets of these dice do have heat capability.
So the red and the orange dice are going to be the heat dice. Full miss.
Oof. And our final shot, John, we have the Shadow Hawk, also firing at the Thunderbolt. 4 sets of dice, looking for 8s. Oh. Oh.
1 hit.
All right, that's all our combat. So, John, we're moving to end phase here. Damage is applied, so that emplacement goes up in smoke.
Do we want to put the elementals on the board there and put some smoke on them?
We could. Their objective is not complete. We lost an emplacement. What was an emplacement cost? Versus 21. So they lost more PV worth of units. We go to Commander Card C. And then we move in to turn 2. All right, so here we go. 5, our waypoint marker has been reached. Looking at L, we're going to check how many Jade Falcon mechs have been crippled or destroyed. So 0. 3 mechs or more. 2 mechs. Otherwise, nothing happens. Move this waypoint to the next turn on the track.
Start of turn 2. And we're going to roll for initiative. The blue dice are the Ion Raiders, and we get a -2 to what we roll.
They take initiative.
They take initiative.
All right, so we have to move first. We're going to move the Timber Wolf, and we're going to move him over to the side of the building over here. So, and our reasoning for this is we want to kill the summoner, and I think that's going to be our best chance to take it out. 7 points of damage, John. That's a lot.
Yeah, you kind of make a good kill box over there.
Yeah.
First up is going to be the Rifleman. It is a sniper, card 265, and it's going to be going toward Cautious. So the Loki Mark II is going to be the closest enemy. It's going to ground. It wants to stay 18 inches away and cover to the most enemies, so we think it wants to move right here. TTM of 1.
Thunderbolt moves next. Brawler at card number 513. We're looking at the yellow target here, which is the Shadowhawk, because it's within that 24-inch range bracket. It's trying to keep out of 12 inches from all the enemies, stay within proximity to the herd of Jade Falcons, and move closer and staying with cover. And because of the 2 heat points on there, it's limited to only 4 inches. So it is moving up here and keeping everything in line of sight. Heat goes with it. TTM is 0 because of the heat.
We're going to go with the Star Adder now. It's going to be some risky movement. I can get 6 inches to the edge and then jump into the water. So I'm going to move to here. TTM of 2. I'm now inside that level 1 water. Okay, the Fulcrum Tank, Striker, Hover, card 6, 7, 8. We're going to be using balanced ground movement, targeting the Shadowhawk. It wants woods cover to the most enemies and line of sight to the least amount of enemies. There's just no way everyone can shoot at it. So it's going to be zooming itself right over here. Its TTM is 4. Next, we've decided to go with Freddy in the Jade Hawk. And he is going to be moving into the water just like the Blood Asp and moving across the river to right there. TTM is going to be 2.
Howler's the next one to move here. We are taking a balanced approach on card 708, and because we are looking to attack the Blood Asp, we're looking to do ground movement at the least number of enemies' attack ranges, and we want to stay away from enemies that haven't moved. So we believe the best option here is for it to move over here. It's going to stay able to shoot the Blood Asp. It's got a couple other units that can see it, but it is eliminating half of our mechs from being able to get shot at. Okay, so here we go. We're going to move the Warhammer, because we decided it's the time to do that. It's going to take this very slow move, moving into the woods. We're going to then make a decision whether we're going to go after the Howler, or we're going to hit maybe something like the Thunderbolt here. But John, I think this is our best move for the moment. Into the woods. To Grandma's house he goes.
The other Falconer Tank, Strike, Hover, card 828. It is going to be aggressive. Can this unit get behind a nearest enemy? That would be a yes. So get behind it. Try to get woods and try to avoid enemies, which won't matter. So it's going to zip itself around like this. We're going to go ahead and move the Loki. We're going to move over here. Sadly, I won't get the back shot unless I really expose myself, and I don't really want to do that. So we'll just probably try to shoot it.
So the Marauder, using Skirmisher card 844, is going to jump from where it's at into the middle of the set of woods here. It was looking at the Shadowhawk as being its target. It's taking a very cautious approach here, and it wants to occupy woods, and it's got cover with those buildings against some of our mechs. So, John, this might be a hard hit on that Shadowhawk. So we're committing. We're going to do something a little, I don't want to say crazy. We're going to try and take out the commander here of the Jade Falcons. Shadowhawk is going to run right by the tank, get right up to the edge here. We are within short range. Oh, right. Sorry. I'm not thinking Alpha Strike.
We don't want a back shot.
So we're we're going to take our shot here, which is actually within 6 inches at short range. John, I'm actually kind of excited to see if we could do some serious damage to their CO. I think have we moved everything?
We have their
we've got
last.
one more. There's Summoner left.
Okay, we're going to go with Move Less. The Summoner, Skirmisher, 4/1/4. It's taking a balance. It is targeting the Timberwolf as its red target. It wants to first occupy woods. It is right next to a whole forest. Then it wants cover versus the most enemies. There's only one place that it can get cover, and it's going to be right here inside the forest. And it has a TTM of 2.
Now we're done moving.
That is going to be all the movement, and we're going to be moving on to shooting. The Ion Raiders are going to shoot first.
We're going to start out with the one emplacement we have left. It's got a shot at the Summoner. Actually, it's one of the better shots at the Summoner. We are looking for 8s. We get 1 set of dice.
8s. Hit.
Phew, cool. So that is 1 hit on the Summoner. That is structure.
Here we go for a crit. It is a 5. That is another no crit. This is a very lucky Summoner.
Jeez. Okay, so 2 more points to go on this guy, John. Timberwolf. 7 dice. We're looking for 10s. You know what? Throw caution to the wind. I think we should overheat it. Both.
2 overheat?
Throw 9 sets of dice on it. We need 2 hits. We're looking for 10s.
It's like all of our dice. You have no edge to reroll any of these. Looking for 10s and we need 2, you said?
We need 2 total hits. Looking for 10. I see 1.
We have a lot of hits.
I think we blew it up, John.
Oh, these are missed. So 3 total hits into that.
Yeah, all right. That one's gone. I guess I didn't need to overheat, but it was totally worth it.
Well, you don't know if those weren't the 2 dice.
Well, that's true. Okay, so Loki's next. We're going to fire at the Thunderbolt. I'm sorry, at the tank that we were gunning for. You have 3 dice, 2 heat that come with it. Do you want to overheat?
I can overheat for 2. How much armor does this thing have?
5.
Yep, let's do it. Why not?
Overheat 2.
We're just going to overheat basically on everything this turn and see what happens next turn. Looking for 8s?
Yep, looking for 8s.
The red and orange dice are the heat dice.
All right.
I am not doing well.
No.
That's all misses.
Okay.
That's very unfortunate.
Well, John, we're moving to the other side of the board then. Let's try our luck with the Shadowhawk. We are firing at the Thunderbolt. So again, there's CO here. 4 dice. We are looking for 4s because we are at short range.
Here we go. That's going to be all hits.
That's 4 total hits. 2 points left in its hull, or in its armor. Warhammer is the next one to fire at the Thunderbolt. Looking for 7s. We do 4 dice. I say we do the overheat 1.
Okay.
On it. Let's try and get into this armor and really do it. So looking for 7s on 5 dice.
We're looking at 3 hits.
3 hits. That is enough to get into structure.
Here we go for the critical. A 6. That is going to be a weapon hit.
You like those weapon hits.
So the Jadehawk now is going to target the Thunderbolt. This mech pilot actually has edge, so we might be able to do some more damage with it.
Looking for 7s, John.
5 sets of dice. Terrible roll.
I see a 6. See a couple 6s.
I convert 1 over.
So 2 points.
2 points of damage.
Yeah. Hitting structure. Now it's crippled.
Here we go for the crit. It's an 8. That is going to be another weapon hit.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna shoot at the Howler with the Blood Asp. We're gonna overheat one because I'm in water, because, you know, that's fun. And then we're looking for 9s. I also have Edge on here. To cripple it, I need 3. To destroy it, I need 4. We're definitely gonna be using an Edge. An Edge is going to bump that up. We're going to be doing 3 points of damage to it.
All right, 3 points of damage to the Howler. 1, 2, 3. You get a crit, John.
A crit.
Maybe you get a lucky crit and you kill it.
And it's crippled. Here's the crit. A 6. I believe that's probably going to be a weapon, right? It is a weapon hit.
Looking pretty good here, John. Looking pretty good.
I think that's all of our attacks.
Now on to Jade Falcon.
The Jade Falcons are licking their wounds, and they are aiming us up to retaliate. We're going to start off with the Rifleman, targeting the Shadowhawk, needing 9s. And because it has heat, it decides not to attack. Perfect.
Well, so far so good, John. So far so good.
We've taken 0 damage on 0 shots. So now the Summoner is going to target the Timberwolf. In Retribution, it needs 8s and fires 5 dice.
All right. Over cover. Not going to hit that building.
Needs 8s.
6, 5, 7, 7. They don't have any edge, John, so no shots hit.
Woo! We are lucking out there. Okay, now it's going to be the Thunderbolt versus the Shadowhawk. Again, trying to get some retribution from getting up in its face. It needs 8s. It starts with 4 dice, and it's throwing another overheat in, needing a total of 5 dice, needing 8s.
5 sets. Here we go. They are looking for 8s. We are hoping for less. I see a lot less, John. 1 hit.
Boop. Now, the Marauder is going to be shooting at the emplacement, which is just kind of funny that it decided to shoot there.
Yeah.
And it's decided that it's going to overheat. So we actually have to overheat that guy, and then we'll overheat this guy a little bit. He's going to shoot the emplacement, needing 6 dice, needing 4s.
All right, let's see how long this emplacement lasts. I think they hit regardless of whatever those are.
Well, 4s, so it misses 1.
Misses 1.
So 5 damage to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Takes out the armor, 1 structure, so it's a weapon crit. Now we're going to go to the yellow fulcrum. It's going to shoot at the Shadowhawk. It needs 5s on 2 dice. It's only 2 dice because we decided to jut our butt to the side and not give it a rear shot.
Thank you for that, John. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
Hits twice because it needed what?
5s.
5s, yeah.
1 point of armor left.
Yeesh. Shadowhawk, they're great mechs.
Okay, now we're going to jump over to the Howler. Because the emplacement's still alive, it's deciding to shoot at it. With 2 dice. Needing 1s. So 2 hits automatically, and it survives on 1 health. It takes another weapon hit. There. Because the weapon hit, it has no effect, it takes another hit. And boom, goes the dynamite.
So there goes the emplacement.
Okay, last attack. It's going to be the normal fulcrum into the rear of the Warhammer, needing 5s on 3 dice.
Because of the rear. All right, here we go.
Your rolling is terrible.
5, 6, and a 3.
So
wow.
2 hits?
Yeah, we're looking at 5s, 2 hits.
Bump, bump.
It's bad, but they still hit.
Still has 4 points of armor. That's going to do it for all the shooting. And now we're going to go into end phase. So the Rifleman's going to cool off, and the Blood Asp is standing in water, so it cools off that one as well.
Nice. Commander strategy decision. If there are no enemies within 24 inches, nope. If they lost less PVs worth of units, they lost a 43 PV unit. I would say they lost more this turn. So they go to card D. All right, next turn and waypoints on the turn track. So we go to turn 3.
We have 3 crippled units, or 3 crippled mechs.
1 destroyed, 2 crippled, yes. Okay, Check how many Jade Falcon mechs have been crippled or destroyed. 3 or more? Read 5N. Even though they swore to teach the merchant caste of Rhodes a lesson, the Jade Falcon warriors have had enough. They weren't expecting your force to put up this much resistance and decide to withdraw. Set the command deck to card E and discard waypoint L. All units are enforced withdrawal.
Okay. They only can retreat off the far edge.
Okay, on to turn 3.
Start of turn 3. We get the +2 this time. Or they get a -2.
Yeah,
Either way,
-2.
however you want to look at it.
They still get it. Oh no,
tie.
tie. Roll again.
We definitely win that one.
Yeah.
They are enforced to withdraw. So this is going to be a fast turn. We're going to see if there's going to be any combat. And if there doesn't look like it, we're just going to skip it and say turn 4, they retreat off.
All right, so we're in forced withdrawal. Thunderbolt is going to jump and land right there, taking all its heat with it.
We can move. I say this stand still. Cool, done.
I'm good with that. All right, Marauder moves again, forced withdrawal. It's going to jump down over here.
Take your heat with it.
It takes its heat with it.
I think I'm going to have the Star Adder stand still.
Rifleman is the next one to move. Again, targeting the Shadowhawk. It can sprint off.
Okay, so it sprints off.
Rifleman sprints off.
Our movement, the Jade Hawk stands still.
The Baboon is next. John, I am fairly positive it can sprint off because it's only got 5 inches to the edge.
Yeah.
So off it goes.
Continuing the trend, the Loki is going to stand still.
All right, the yellow hover tank is first. It's going to move, and John, guess what? It also escapes the board edge.
What would you like to do with your Warhammer?
You know what? I think it's happy just kind of sitting there.
Okay. I'm guessing it's going to be the last tank sprinting?
Yeah, last tank also does its sprint.
It's roughly in the middle of the table, so it needs...
easily get off. So hovers around. You know what? It can go over water too, couldn't it?
Yep, it can go straight.
So that's how it's going to do it.
Last thing, if we jump the Shadowhawk over here, there's no line of sight.
I like that idea.
Jumps 10. At this point, we're going to just call it.
Yeah, because they've got nothing they can do here.
No shots.
No shots.
Anywhere, and then next turn.
Next turn.
They're off.
So yeah, because they've got no heat. He's definitely off, and the Marauder moves. It can easily get off the board. So yeah, John, it's over with at end of next turn.
Okay, we have achieved our primary objective and surprisingly took no damage to any of the buildings.